Will silence really fix your marriage? Is that really going to be your strategy? I met with a client named James, and he thought that was the best he could come up with as his wife because he felt like she was very controlling towards her. She was the one that was making more of the money. She is the one that was taking more of the decisions for the family and taking care of their special needs kids. They had a lot on their plate. So we just thought, if I just be quiet, that must be the answer to make things better. If I just do what I'm told and try to do the best I can. But inside, he was dying, right? How can you feel loved by a man that's dying on the inside? And how can that man possibly want to love you when he feels like he's dying on the inside? So silence wasn't the answer. I worked with another client, Robert. For him, it was about sacrifice. He was working all sorts of crazy hours. He was doing all these things to take care of his wife and his 3 kids. He even told his wife, hey, it's okay if you need to go part-time with your job, or even if you want to stop your job altogether to be with the kids. It was good. He was willing to sacrifice. But was that the complete answer to heal his marriage? No, it wasn't. They would still get into arguments. He would still voice his opinion about things, but they weren't able to actually move into healing. So what's the answer? Well, the answer is to be sincere and filled with the fruits of the Spirit. Sincerity is being able to speak what you really feel and what you're really going through as a man, without condemnation, without judgment. Just saying, here's where I am, here's what I'm going through, here's what I see. A lot of times I help people with that exercise of taking things to the cross. It's an exercise of being able to go through and get a full perspective on where you're coming from on an issue that you've been arguing about for the longest time. I was working with a couple that have been arguing for about a year about particular issues when it came to her family and his family and how to handle things. We took it to the cross together, and I kid you not, I got a thank you email after that session saying to her that you caused breakthrough in our marriage in a way that hasn't been done for over a year about this issue. And it was one session, literally the first or second session I had with that couple. That's all it took. Now we're still working on things, so I don't want you to get the wrong idea. But that's the second part, is being able to also have sincerity with the fruits of the Spirit. If I learn to walk with love, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, joy, peace, all those fruits of the Spirit, it's going to transform me on the inside so I'm fully alive, and it's going to transform my marriage. So let's walk in that today, man.